Moon Platoon, not sure how you can win a poker game against an opponent who has more money, makes the rules, and can see your cards. I think I have a solution. My name is Andrew. That's Professor Meatball. We're going to take a look into the signals today. That's the final end of the day buy signal from LuxAlgo. What exactly happened? Why did we push through all 4 levels of resistance, crushing a previous VWAP that gave us trouble once, twice, 3 times? 4, 5, 6 times. That volumetric weighted average price cannot be stopped except for the last few minutes of trading. Now, trading comfortably above the VWAP into extended hours. I wanted to take a look at 2 surprisingly suspiciously parallel put walls at $25. That is out of the money, and $45. This is in the money. That's the options chain from today, and talk about what the current short interest at the end video. So make sure that you guys stick to the end. Comment out which like you are as we get up to 100. Tell us which Twitter follower you are when you guys go out to Twitter and Instagram. Andrew Mo Money, give us a follow. We're giving away some cool. Let's talk about what's going to happen here. First of all, hey, go check out the description in the link. It's pinned in the comment section and in the description. Get some sticky icky, $30 off, $50 off of whatever you want to invest in. And you can go ahead directly into what the trading account is, the LuxAlgo and the Webull trading account. Or you get 20% off with the code AndrewMoMoney. Let's take a look at where we were 5 confirmations in. This trend led us all the way to the EMA today, the exponential moving average, this purple line that I'm highlighting, until we were summarily rejected and passed it only with a bounce from 33.05s. When we had that bounce, that was one of the twice and third time that we bounced off of this 07. So AMC is down 4.46% with 60 million volume, low volume, and yet the price continues to get dragged through the mud. This gives us a more interesting of data to be able to test exactly what is going on. I also want to be able to address the question that some of you guys had, which was how can 80% of the float, controlling amount of the float, suddenly not play to our advantage? We talked about the float being this circular ball. That's 513-ish shares in there. Well, according to Adam Aaron, right, we control a lot of the total amount of shares, not to mention the free float, but somewhere between the range of 80, all of it. That is going to give us only a small portion that is not controlled by retail investors. It is the year of the retail investors. So what can cause a sell-off? And in that sense, can we have more than 100% ownership if this much of the pie is controlled by institutions? Well, you are likely playing directly into the hedge fund hands if you don't understand the hypothecation that is going on. You don't have to have another diagram of another 500 million shares, another trillion shares. This can end up being a uncalculatable amount of shares that are naked. It gets even worse when you think about rehypothecation, because you can rehypothecate any of these shares to multiple people to say that one share, one deed to a Lambo, or one house document that says you own a piece of property can be given out to multiple people, right? With the obligation that you do have to cover at the end of the day. So if the price was to go up, we would see a equal and opposite covering of that stock. Yet here comes the short interest, 15.04%, still right at that 76.96 million short interest according to Ortex. So if you guys wanted to be able to track Ortex yourself, that link is in the description to own Ortex. But to make sure that you guys understand where this is coming from, more than 15% of that free float, the 500-ish million shares that we talked about, is now short. That is an important element of understanding where the potential is coming from. Factors have not changed, and the hedge funds have not covered. Is giving us a great understanding live or close to live T+, because that's just how the market works. And at the end of the day, you get a non-biweekly with a 2-week lag sense of where that short That's where FINRA is actually reporting. Real exchange reported short. But never mind the short interest, since the shorts haven't covered. Let's talk about the options chain. You'll notice that we had $3 million worth of calls at $34 today. That is where the concentration of those calls are sitting. But on either side, ominous $25 strike and $45 strikes worth of millions of puts. So people are still throwing out that $1 million or $500,000 today, an obligatory $145 strike at the very far right. Today we had a full million. Today we have the 2 put walls that we have not yet seen, which means that if we go up, we'll have trouble because sorting on the way up, and if we go down, it'll be putting those puts potentially into the money, the ones that are 5 and the other ones that are currently of the money. Slippery slope, and a few more days of red can be game to play. So whether or not we are going to get the attention of Gary Gensler, we already covered that earlier in the previous live stream. We covered the Aspen security forum. So if you wanted to hear him, ignore my questions and essentially not talk about retail investor concerns, take a look at that live stream because that's important. Also, be able to understand that this buy signal came at the last 5-10-ish minutes of the day. If I go over a Webull, I can see it was 3 o'clock and 45 minutes was where that really started. So that's the power quarter hour. We've talked about that multiple times. It's a incredible ride all the way up to 33.99. Since the high of the day was at 35.21, we have fallen 1, 2, 3, and then established the fourth one, 4, and 5 levels of resistance, recovered 3 of them, and now we're trading right between 33.41 and 34.51. So that is the trajectory of where AMC is going. I want to thank you guys for being able to part of the show because we're doing giveaways. That's right. Comment down in the section that you got to this part of the show, and I hope you understand that these live streams still go out in a daily pattern. So if you guys want to be able to interact with the Moon Platoon, if you guys want to be able to, maybe say hi to Professor Meatball, consider the join button next to the subscribe button and the Patreon link in the description down below. It gives you access to my portfolio, gives you access to all the links in the description, including the Webull link. That's the 2 free stocks. You also get the ability to say hi, hello, and goodbye to a 20% discount. So we don't know how long we can hold on to that for Lux Algo. That's what you're currently seeing on screen with the strong buys and sells. Take a look at how, if we zoom all the way out to the daily, there has only been a 1 signal, no strong sells, no strong anything else other than a buy from January. All right, so all of that said, if you are still up 200, 300% of your AMC investment, let's hear it in the comments down below, and we'll see all of you live stream in the money. Peace.